Now, we're expecting the coalition to reveal its immigration policy next week. As I revealed exclusively on the show last night, a values test is central to the coalition's new policy. Joining me now to discuss is Shadow Minister for Energy and Emissions Reduction, Dan Tehan. Dan, great to see you. Thank you very much for your time. So, I spoke about this values test a bit on the show last night with Angus Taylor. How would this work and why is it so important?
Well, it's important, Sharri, because we want to make sure that the people who come to our country know and understand the values that have made us such a great country. And if you are going to participate, you need to participate supporting those values, supporting liberty, supporting the concept of liberal democracy, ensuring that you understand and respect freedom of speech, that you understand and respect freedom of religion. These are all absolutely essential to who we are as a nation. And that's why it's incredibly important that those people who come to our nation know and understand those values and how intrinsic they are to everything that we do as a nation, especially in making sure that we've got communities that have proper social cohesion and an understanding of everything that has made and grown this nation into what I think is the leading liberal democracy in the world.
Yep, well, although many have said that multiculturalism has been failing in recent times, do you think that's right? Do you think that's why you do need this values test?
Well, I think absolutely what we've got to do to make sure that we can continue to be a great multicultural country is to ensure that people know and understand the values that ensure that multiculturalism works. And that's knowing and understanding the importance of freedom, of liberty, of freedom of religion, of respecting each other's values, of knowing and understanding that, respect underpins nearly everything that you need to do as a society to make sure that you can continue to function. And if you're coming here to impose the way of life of the country that you've come from, that is not the approach that we want. We want you to know and understand the values that underpin our great country and adhere to those values so that we can continue to grow and develop our nation and make sure it's the place that we love so dearly because of those values.
All right, so we're going to be hearing more about that next week when Susan Lee comes out of self-imposed hiding, I suppose. Turning to the economy now, Dan, our inflation rate is surging past other major economies. We've seen the comments from the RBA governor this week. In the US, though, their interest rate is actually falling, and Donald Trump told voters today that he's crushing inflation and he said affordability is a top priority. Have a look.
And I have no higher priority than making America affordable again. That's what we're going to do. We're getting inflation, we're crushing it, and you're getting much higher wages. I mean, the only thing that's really going up big, it's called the stock market. And
So, Dan Tehan, what do you think, why do you think inflation is still rising in Australia? We're looking at rate hikes next year. In the US, we're seeing the reverse.
Well, here we're seeing uncontrolled spending from the government. We're seeing uncontrolled spending from many of the Labor state governments, and that's driving pressure on inflation. We're also seeing Labor's reckless pursuit of their net zero targets, including their 82% renewables by 2030, which is driving energy prices higher in this nation, which is also driving inflation. So everything this government is doing when it comes to its settings to putting downward pressure on inflation are completely the reverse. And what we need to see from the Prime Minister is for him to start focusing on this incredibly important economic issue, because if he doesn't, cost of living is going to continue to rise in this country. More and more pressure is going to be placed on on families and on individuals. And we've already seen the percentage of people living behind the poverty line increase under Anthony Albanese. And sadly, we're going to see that increase even further. And it's not the Christmas present that Australians are looking for.
Yeah, exactly. And even Michelle Bullock's message this week could have an impact on, you know, whether people decide to spend for Christmas or not. They'd be worried about rates going up. They'd already be factoring that in. Dan Tehan, thank you very much for your time.